me. Hi, my friends. Je veux regarder la feuille à l'école avec toi aujourd'hui. I want to look at this sheet with you. It's called à l'école, at school. Okay, and we're going to read it and we're going to break it down. And I also have the answers here. And I'm going to give you guys some time. We're going to do them together. Okay? Bonjour, je m'appelle Manon. Hello, my name is Manon. Manon might not be a name that we're familiar with, but that's actually a really common Français Québécois name, just kind of like how names like Emma or Caleb or Andrew or Matthew might be really popular for us. Manon is kind of like a Meredith. It's a common French name. So, elle s'appelle Manon. Her name is Manon. Je suis une très bonne élève. I'm a really good student. J'adore lire. I love to read. Et dessiner and draw. Et ma classe préférée and my favorite class, my preferred class, c'est le français, is French. Ma journée commence à 8 heures quand j'arrive à l'école. So her day starts at 8 heures, 8 o'clock when she arrives at school. J'ai 7 classes par jour. Le français, French, les maths, math, la biologie, biology, anglais, English, les arts plastiques, like plastic arts, which would for us be like a visual art or like a pottery, hands-on art. La géographie, geography, et informatique and informative, which is kind of like a social studies. Les études sociaux. Je prends mon déjeuner. I have my lunch. I would call that a dîner personally, but petit déjeuner is a breakfast. A déjeuner would be like a big lunch, like a formal lunch, kind of like how we would say a dinner if we were having a special Christmas dinner. Un déjeuner à la cantine à midi, at noon. Midi means noon. We could say 12 heures, 12 o'clock, or midi, which is noon. She's at the canteen at noon. Et après ça, after that, je vais à la bibliothèque. I go to the library pour emprunter des livres, to borrow books. La sortie is like dismissal, when she leaves. The leaving, c'est à 3 heures. So what time does she leave at? Think of that. 1, 2, 3. She leaves at 3 o'clock. Je prends le bus. I take the bus pour rentrer chez moi, to return to my place. Et j'y arrive à 3h30. So she gets back at 3:30. Je fais mes devoirs. I do my homework avant de regarder, watch, un petit peu, a little bit, de télé, which would be short for télévision. So it's like a slang term before she watches a little bit of TV. Okay? So if we've broken that down together and you understand it, then we are ready to move on to the questions. Il y a 5 questions. There are 5 questions here, and we're going to do them together. Okay? Now, if you're feeling really overwhelmed, I want you to listen, écouter, écoute à moi, listen to me. Et on peut faire oralement. We can do it orally, and you can just repeat with me. But if you would like to write it down, I will provide a few. I'll hold it up like this. You can pause the video. Tu peux appuyer le pause. You can press pause, and you can write down your answer. Okay? Question 1. Selon le contexte du paragraphe, given the context of the paragraph, que veut dire le mot emprunter? What does emprunter mean? And we heard that when she went to la bibliothèque. If you're listening while we were translating, you might have caught it already. Okay? It says here, je vais à la bibliothèque pour emprunter les livres, to borrow books. Okay? So we're wanting to say, le mot emprunter veut dire borrow. It's trying to say borrow. Okay? So voici la réponse pour le premier, for the first one, right here. Okay? And you can pause it if you want to write that down. Okay? La deuxième. Est-ce que Manon a les mêmes cours tous les jours? Does she have the same courses or same classes every day? Et comment est-ce que tu le sais? How do you know? Okay, now she said how many classes she has a day. Combien est-ce qu'elle a? Can you find it? J'ai 7 classes par jour. I have 7 classes a day. And then she listed them off, right? Le français, les maths, la biologie, l'anglais, les arts plastiques, et la géographie. Et finalement, informatique. She has 7 classes. Okay, and she doesn't say I have 7 classes and I do 3 on jeudi and vendredi on Thursday and Friday. She says par jour, a day. So we know, yes, she has the same classes every day. Okay, so we'd say oui. Yes, elle a les mêmes cours tous les jours, the same classes every day. And I'll hold this up. Oui is yes, but if you look here, when we're writing our answers out, I'm taking words. So I wrote elle a, you could write oui, Manon a les mêmes cours tous les jours, and then just change the point interrogatif, the question mark, to a point, to a period, okay? So you can take a look here, but if you're wanting to, you can just say oui, yes, and then write that. Manon a les mêmes cours tous les jours, point, period. Okay? À quelle heure, toi, the third question, à quelle heure est-ce qu'elle mange le déjeuner? What time does she eat lunch at? Okay, and you would say elle mange. And here again, look, elle mange. So I'm taking from the question, elle mange le déjeuner. À, meaning at, that's the word I had to add myself, midi. And we found midi up here. Je prends mon déjeuner à la cantine à midi, noon. Okay? Quatrième, the fourth. Comment est-ce qu'elle rentre chez elle? How does she go home? How do we say she gets home? Do you remember? Est-ce que tu te souviens? We'd write elle prend le bus. She takes the bus. Okay, c'est simple. It's simple. Et finalement, la cinquième question, the fifth question is, qu'est-ce qu'elle fait quand elle rentre? What does she do when she gets back? Do you remember? Elle fait 2 choses. She does 2 things. Elle fait ses devoirs. And what's the second one? Regarder un peu de télé. Watch a little bit of TV. So for me, I wrote, elle fait ses devoirs et regarder leur télé, and watches television. Okay? Ça c'est tout. C'est très simple. It is simple, but I understand that when we look at this initially, it can be really overwhelming, right? When we see a large paragraph with a bunch of questions, I could shake in my boots when I was your age. It intimidated me. But when we take time and we break it down, it shouldn't feel stressful, okay? And don't hesitate to watch this back and hit pause as much as you need to get your questions written down. And if you're feeling really intimidated or overwhelmed, if you understood what I was saying when you listened well, ça c'est bien pour moi. That's good for me, okay? French is supposed to be fun and functional, meaning it's supposed to work for us and it's supposed to be fun, okay? All right, so I trust that this is mission accomplished, and we have one more sheet that I'll do, and we're done, okay? Bon travail, à bientôt mes amis.